Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the best night of the week. It's SEC After Dark. It's Thursday night. I'm coming to you live from Naples, Florida. I'm sweating my ass off right now.
It looks like in the ISS.
Yeah, he got captured by Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. That's the web behind me. So yeah, welcome.
He's hunting for the Millennium Falcon.
Hey, whatever I'm doing, I'm sweating doing it. We got a great show lined up for you guys. We're gonna probably have a full house if Boss Man will get here on time.
He said he was 10 minutes late. He's cooking, but his recipe took longer than he thought it would.
That happens.
I don't think he understands how to use a recipe.
Something went wrong. Something went really wrong.
If it took longer than he thought it would, it's like, wait, recipe?
Yeah, he burnt it.
He's lost in the sauce.
If it's red meat, I'm going to be very disappointed.
It's like Lincoln Riley making brisket.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was scary. So that's Stephen Willis, Mike Huseman. I'm Corey Burton. We join forces to bring you SEC After Dark. Today, we're going to go not SEC at all tonight. I had an original show planned. You probably saw it sitting on the YouTube channel. We were going to talk about the Texas Longhorns, but I spared Hammer and Boss Man, and I didn't know Steve was coming tonight. I thought Steve was out tonight. But we will talk, because I wanted to save this for when Steve got back, but we will be talking World Cup. So if you are not a soccer fan, I guess tonight is not the night for you. All right. The United States is on to the round of 16 against Belgium. And there was a little bit of controversy.
A little
bit. Just a little bit.
Just a fair bit.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi did the same thing and didn't even get carded.
Poor shit.
And Flo Balogun is going to be I think he's going to have a lifetime ban from soccer now because he's
going to be like Pete Rose.
Yeah. I think FIFA's trying to get.
Goodness. Was that a goal?
Did they just kidding?
Croatia just equalized.
Oh wow.
Yes, go Croatia.
Wow. All right.
And I think it was an own goal.
I'm going to potentially foobar my internet connection right now and watch this game.
I don't even have it. I'm just out on ESPN. We got to be in like the 14th or 15th minute of stoppage time. How long is it?
13. Yeah, 13.
13th minute. They have to do a lot of stoppage time because to piss off Europeans, I'm convinced it's to piss off Europeans. There's a mandatory 3.5 minute hydration break at the middle of both halves. So basically, we made this World Cup quarters, and Europeans are losing their mind.
Cristiano Ronaldo is not thrilled. Yeah, this has been a really good tournament, and these knockout stages games have been really good. Like Japan almost taking down Brazil, that would have been fun.
Oh yeah, it would have.
How about the Netherlands getting upset?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only
Germany too. Yeah.
There's only two things I hate, and that's people that are intolerant in other people's culture and the Dutch.
Yeah.
Other situations. Yeah, I love seeing the things on Twitter.
They're doing a VAR check right now.
Ooh, they might rule him offsides.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah. It's going to depend if they say he had an impact on it or not.
I don't think he touched it.
If he got in the goalie's vision, that can still.
No, but he doesn't do that. It's past the penalty spot.
VAR checking. No.
With Cristiano Ronaldo, though, they're going to rule this a non-goal because they want Ronaldo to play Spain.
Yeah,
they want Portugal and Spain.
Probably should not have cut off YouTube TV. I can't actually watch these.
Dang,
unless I walk all the way to Steve's house. And who wants to do that?
Yeah. It's only like 2 doors down, ain't it?
Yeah. It's like a street over, a block over.
They ruled it no goal.
Ah, that guy.
I do think it was the right call, but
Yeah.
Dang,
I just like rooting for their dog. I don't care about Croatia.
I see Mexico hadn't gave up a goal yet. They look pretty.
They're
pretty
playing
good.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, Mexico is going to do work on England.
Yeah.
Sunday. It's going to happen.
I'm still upset that they did not set it up so that USA and England were playing on July 4th, but I do like to see Mexico do it. It'd be nice. But how fun would that have been, though, if our game against them had been tomorrow?
The U.S. played on Canada Day, and Canada's playing on Independence Day.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know who set this up. They just didn't do a good job with it.
Oh, if we would have played England again, oh my God. And
who's older, Steve or Modric?
Luka Modric literally looks like a grandfather at this point.
Bosnia's captain's same age as me, like within a couple days or a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Dude, the Cape Verde goalie is like my age.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I could have got Cape Verde citizenship and played in this World Cup, Steve.
Yep.
Do you realize that?
When do they play? They play tomorrow, don't they?
Could you imagine me playing for Cape Verde, Steve, in this World Cup? 42 years old.
That'd be hilarious.
And just dominating.
I'd be more concerned with you being like you'd be like a 5'4" goalie.
Hey, I can cover some ground.
You're 5'4", Corey?
Plus 4 inches, yeah.
Okay. Say, I think women are 5'4".
He makes fun of me for being old. I make fun of him for being short.
It's a fair trade-off.
Short and a bit round.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
He can use the I'm Mario before the mushroom joke on me too. That works.
Such a great joke. It's fantastic.
Yes, it is.
How have you just now discovered it, using it? Like you could have used that totally throughout our soccer days, Steve.
I know it just happened. So,
Steve, do you think Allie's watching this game?
Allie. Becky does that, and she never saw that. But I've done that voice so many times, she instantly just picks it up on and goes, Allie.
Oh, that Croatian lady just said, take your mother to Fuddruckers on TV.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was very offside.
They have that chain over in Croatia, Corey. I didn't know that.
What's that?
They have Fuddruckers in Croatia. I didn't know that. You
Yeah,
still
they
get
do.
to make your own. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a Croatian chain.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Mike, you uncultured swine.
Yeah.
So, one thing I want to talk about, and this is how we're going to tune in the World Cup and SEC After Dark.
Okay.
I just said screw it. It's World Cup After Dark.
No, we're gonna tie them together because I think it's an important thing to tie together because it's really a big deal for soccer, but it took the SEC to do it.
Oh, okay.
And,
I know what you're about to say. Yeah, go on.
Before the World Cup started, when everybody was doing friendlies, this was after I think Texas A&M gifted Lionel Messi with an autographed Marcel Reed jersey.
Very nice.
They went to Auburn, and Auburn basically treated it like a college football game, and they even released the eagle around the field, the whole 9 yards. They swag surfed, all of the stuff that they do well, and the atmosphere was electric, as you would expect. We've all seen Auburn at night. We know what that atmosphere looks like.
Mm-hmm.
They just switched that over to soccer, and it was fantastic. Well, what I've noticed over this World Cup is a shift away from the Euro posers, the only way that the game was presented, and everybody with the scarves and all that and pretending to basically be European, to more of a college football atmosphere, to the point where last night 25 members of the San Jose State Band showed up for the March to the Match, and they were playing college football songs. They played Neck, for instance, from LSU. And you see them with the sing-alongs that they're doing, the Country Roads thing, which, by the way, looking back on it, how that wasn't the perfect United States song at the end of a game ever. That one just goes beyond me. But the whole stadium singing that, and I think it's great that they're finally getting the confidence to kind of break away from that group and doing what they do really well, which is college football style rooting for a soccer game. And I think because of that, the atmosphere is better and the college game day type things are showing up. And all of that is, I think, a large part of what makes this World Cup so successful is that the Americans are kind of finding their own footing.
And the criticisms that the Europeans had of American fandom were mostly true of the NFL. They weren't true at all of the college sports fans and the things that we're seeing that are making it cool now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's unbelievable when you can get that atmosphere shift, and it creates that true home field advantage because Europeans are like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
like, can you imagine at Kyle Field if they started swaying back and forth like that? Like,
yeah, they do stuff like that. People were talking about is like U.S. soccer needs to make it to where they do the tomahawk chop, stuff like that, and the stands. Those type things would be
practice night before.
Yeah,
the game against Belgium. Yep.
Listen,
exactly.
The Belgians are only
no
good
Messi
for
leads
one
yell
thing.
practice.
We're good for waffles. That's it. Gig 'em.
So, which by the way, we are the U.S. beating Belgium and going to the quarterfinals to get SEC burners' interest away from blowing up Twitter. I can't imagine what it would look like towards Spain with all of the college football burners unified, just attacking that group of people.
They need to move that game to Baton Rouge. You want to talk about crazy?
Well, the game against Belgium is in Seattle, which it might as well be at Georgia at night if you do that for soccer. I mean, they're in the
Seattle's been the best American venue so far.
Yes, yeah, it's not even close. And if they do that, they get Spain and SoFi.
Yeah,
and if that happens, if you win that game,
then you go east.
Start to go east. The semifinals will be at Jerry World, and the final would be at MetLife, or the third place game would be in Miami.
Through that, if the U.S. make the final, that thing gets moved to Jordan-Air.
Yeah, I like your Baton Rouge idea, Corey. At the first hydration break, we can play neck.
Yeah.
I
hope the lyrics work on that. Because we're not Tigers, so like
they used Eagle.
Oh, actually, that's
that
logical.
works.
Yeah.
But they did that incorrect because it should be Yankee.
Mm.
Fuck that Yankee. Oh yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
That works.
I don't want that though, because then 100,000 obnoxious New York Yankees fans are going to steal it, and I'm have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. So, but I'm interested. They're doing all calls out now for the March to the Match to local marching bands at colleges and universities. They are working. I literally think that it would be so hokey and corny, but when the other team has a free kick, just start the defense chant. Just break that. That would be so different that it would probably be very off-putting.
Or just do the third down, everyone make as much noise as possible and get the stadium pulse up,
What's that thing, hammer that you bend over for maximum volume or something like that? Like the Texas A&M yell leader thing.
Yeah.
There's a certain position that you get into because you can be louder when you do that.
Bend over?
I don't know.
I'm not making that joke.
There's some intimidating things going on.
There's like a crouch where you put your hands on your knees or something like that.
No, Jeff, don't go with that.
We don't need to worry
Texas
about that.
A&M bending over.
And all you go to still like orange bloods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that sounds like a joke some Texas fan would make. All right.
Yeah, right.
It's like, why am I on Texas 247?
Yeah.
Let's click on this one.
So,
Squeal like a
do
pig.
we actually have a chance, America? Because I truly don't know anything about soccer, and I haven't been watching.
chance?
Much. Like I
A
just
chance?
assumed we weren't good.
Yes.
But
A chance? Yes.
No, we're good.
Think Ole Miss in last year's college football playoffs.
Which they
They
did.
were.
Oh, it might not be that good of
Okay.
a chance. I was going to say like Texas Tech in last year's playoffs. Maybe.
No, they're not that. They're better than that.
I don't think they are, because we're talking
What up,
like a
boss
top
man?
6 team, and they're not that.
Is Mike
This
Hacksaw
tournament,
Jim Dugganing this?
I'll put it to you like this:
Oh!
they can beat Belgium. They can beat Belgium without their best striker. I think they're better than Belgium because of their athleticism.
But they could also lose too. It's a coin flip.
Well, any
in the round of 16,
one-off, you can lose the game.
Yeah.
That's the way it does. Even France is not guaranteed to go through in the round of 16. England not guaranteed to go through in the round of 16.
No.
I kind of hope they do.
I think against Spain, it gets iffy. But Ole Miss has the athleticism.
Spain
Not
will be
Ole
tough.
Miss. U.S. has the athleticism to give them trouble. And if that happens, it's a free shot at that point. So you're a top 6 level team. So at the beginning, like, what were the?
Would we run into France after that? If we,
I don't think Texas Tech counts because they got gifted that because they play in a garbage conference.
Yeah.
I think they're closer to.
Ain't played nobody. U.S. is.
Yeah,
Well,
U.S. is
Paraguay's
also
out.
Ole
That's
Miss,
where we're
Ole
at.
Miss, Oklahoma, Alabama. That is the tier that the U.S. is in for this. They're not Indiana. Indiana was the wagon. That's France. You know. Then it comes to Argentina. They kind of fit in that same boat too. But after those two teams, the U.S. can beat every other team in the tournament that I think of. It's going to be hard, and you're going to have to do the miracle on ice thing if those two teams meet up and play the U.S. But you can beat Spain, you can beat England, you can beat everybody else. Which means, if we're being real about it, if the U.S. beats Belgium and the U.S. gets by Spain, which is going to be hard, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but if that happens, the U.S. gets to play 8 games in the tournament. They max it out, which that would be absolutely ridiculous to think of. And it's hilarious. It's weird seeing all these like very sterile teams playing in the World Cup, and then you got the U.S. doing prime Brazil flicks and tricks and back heels and all of that stuff. And Corey knows I love a back heel.
Steve, we know you love it. We know that's your favorite.
I love a back heel. Hey, boss man, how you doing, buddy?
Boss man has entered the chat.
I'm good, guys. How are y'all doing? Sorry, I'm a little late.
Welcome to World Cup After Dark.
Yeah.
So tell us about your
Love
recipe.
Yeah. Well, what happened?
It was
the recipe taking longer than you thought it would is like, I don't think Boss Man knows how to use a recipe.
No, I do, but I should have known this because these things always say like, oh, it's 20 minutes prep, no problem, you're good, right? But then the first time you ever make it, you go through it. It just takes a little longer, and so I didn't account for that. That was my fault. It was Korean barbecue steak fried rice.
Oh my God.
Sounds good.
That does
So
all right.
It doesn't sound complicated, and it's really not, but there's just a ton of ingredients and all sorts of stuff. So
I'm sure you have to
Did you
slice and dice and prep a whole bunch of stuff, right?
exactly. Yeah. So it took me longer than I thought, and that's why I'm a little late. But good to be here. I'm happy to talk World Cup. I just watched the end of that game with Croatia and Portugal. That was pretty wild.
Yeah. Our whole point that we were talking about is that Auburn is actually, that's how we tied it into SEC After Dark. Auburn is responsible for kind of a fandom movement going on in this World Cup, and that is the college football, college sports atmosphere instead of the Europoser stuff that is going around the American fan base, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing too. Like I was watching the other night. It was on Fox, and they were starting to talk about it was. I guess it was after the men's national team game, and they were talking about is it, Belgium? We're going to Seattle, whatever. And in the background, it was like a college game day atmosphere. We're not trying to do the European chants, which those are cool in their own right, but that's not America. America's like college game day going absolutely berserk at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? All throughout the day. And that's what that looked like. So I thought that was awesome. Just embracing who we are.
Yeah. And who we are is volume. If you want to get to the core of it, is volume. It's being loud. It's being obnoxious. I mean, that's as American as it comes. And that and the sing-alongs. I love the Country Roads thing at the end of the games. Apparently Weston McKinney, our Texas boy, came up there and he was absolutely just belting at the top of his lungs Country Roads after the game. And then on the bus on the way home, he's doing Ella Langley. He's choosing Texas, and it's like he's having a good time.
That's awesome. That's great, man. Nobody can get enough of that song, right? Was there a video? I'm sure there's a video of like the men's national team singing this on the bus, like sway into the choosing Texas.
Yeah. He was going through, and it was going to him and to Tyler Adams, and then finally to Pulisic, and it was like they're in it. The best thing though is I think Mauricio Pochettino, the coach of the U.S. men's national team, is the most American soccer coach we've ever had, and he's from Argentina.
And he's
but he's sitting there, he's talking about Chick-fil-A, and we have country music nights before a game. He's screaming, Country Roads take me home after the game. I was like, my goodness, you could not have a better person for the job. Because listen, I like Greg Berhalter, I like Bob Bradley and Bruce Arena and those guys, but they're very robotic. They're almost analytical in what they do.
Yeah.
Pochettino just seems like a dude.
Yeah.
Pochettino's like he's gonna get in there. He's gonna be like, look, man, like we're down to 10 men, but I really don't give a shit. We're gonna press it forward. We're gonna come at you. We're not parking the bus. We're coming at you. And they did. And they scored the second goal.
Yeah.
They had 2 goals disallowed. A wonderful world-class free kick goal. And then the fortunate one in the first half. They could have had 4. They literally were like that far away from having 4 in that game.
Pochettino too. Is that how you say his name? I can't say his name.
Yeah.
Pochettino.
So he of all the coaches
Pontchartrain.
Pontchartrain. Coach Pontchartrain. Of all the coaches that the U.S. has had, over the last 15 years, he seems like the one. This goes to your point, Stephen. I think he's the only one I can think of really that I would want to go have a steak with, sit down, have a glass of wine, like have a beer with him, and just like have a night on the town and have some fun. The rest of them, like you said, kind of robotic. No, but him, he seems like a great time.
Yeah.
And our team is relaxed because of it. Like they're relaxed. They're playing with skill. We're finally found a coach that can take advantage of the fact that we're more athletic than you. We're bigger, stronger, faster, and more skilled than you. And we're going to show you how we're bigger, stronger, faster, and more skilled than you. The other coaches are like, we got to be careful. We're risk adverse. We don't want to give up a goal. We just, take it as it comes. And Pochettino is like, screw this. Go get you, man. Go score 100 goals.
Yeah, we're going forward.
Yeah, you're just sitting there watching U.S. games. It's like prime Brazil. I'm going through the flicks and the tricks, man. I love it. They're by far the best watch in the tournament. It's not even close. And
do any of us have deep enough knowledge? Maybe you do, Steve. I really don't. But once we lost Balaguan, who's a stud. He's extremely good. I can't say his name. I'm not making fun of him. Balogun. But
you're like me with names.
He's out. Who's next? Who's the next in line, and how do we have to mess with formations? Like, what's that going to look like?
I think it's going to be the same formation, and they're going to put just Ricardo Pepi in at forward. He played against Australia, the number 9. It's either going to be him or Haji Wright. I thought about potentially and I've been going back and forth on this, just putting Pulisic up top as a false 9 and let him run around and put another jackrabbit on the outside because Belgium's a little older of a team. Make them run around a little bit, kind of lean in on our athleticism and the pressing and all of that stuff. But I would imagine it would be Pepe just because of what he does, and he drifts off. He kind of plays the position similar to the way that Clint Dempsey did. He hasn't gotten to the same level of production of Dempsey, but he's kind of a forward that plays that way. I genuinely would like to see Pulisic making runs at the back line just repeatedly, doing the Balogun thing. That's kind of what I would do, but I assume it's going to be Pepe.
On extra time that I watched, and they talked about, they said it would probably be Pepe, maybe Tim Weah, if you want a guy that's just going to sit up top.
Yeah,
just go with Pepe. Just do it.
I'd like to see Pulisic, step his game up a little bit with Balogun out, just to be more of a leader.
The problem is Christian Pulisic playing against Bosnia caused them to completely change their formation.
Yeah.
That is how good Pulisic has been playing. They played it with 5 in the back for the first time in like 6 years.
Yeah.
Because they were scared of what he could do on the wing. And every time he got the ball, he got immediately doubled.
Yeah.
And they were still Swiss cheese. Hey, can we agree that going to Turkey is lame?
I refuse to call
No, they're Turkey. They're Turkey.
Yeah, they're Turkey.
Turkey. When they started saying that on TV, I was like, "What are they saying? What are they talking about?" And then everybody was doing it. I was like, "No, we're not doing this. It's Turkey.
No.
It's been Turkey forever. Since Constantinople fell. So we're not calling it Turkey. No, it's Turkey.
Yeah, we don't we don't say Venezia and we don't say Firenze, all that. We say Florence and Venice.
Yeah.
No, English is English. We're not going to change that just because you get tired of people making jokes about you being cooked.
Yeah, is that the only? I mean, is that the only country we make that exception for? Absolutely not. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I think in this tournament, by the way, they changed. Like they started with the Ivory Coast, and then midway through the tournament, they're calling them Côte d'Ivoire. And I was like, whoa, we're starting some weird stuff here. We're setting a weird precedent.
We're speaking English. We're going to say your name in English. We're not
we speak English in America. It's Ivory Coast.
Yeah. And if you have a problem, if you don't speak English and you want the Spanish language broadcast, that's available in America too. And they are calling them Côte. Yeah.
Great.
But that's a French name. Kuta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was a French colony or something.
It was.
Yeah, it was French. Yeah.
I'm quite certain. Between France and England and Spain, they pretty much carved up the whole world.
Split it all up.
Yeah.
France took a large chunk of Africa.
No.
There's a lot of like that West Coast there is like all French.
Got it.
So I do think it'll be easy to just kind of get fired up for Monday night because you make the joke all the time is like they're doing Monday Night Football. Like literally, it's an 8 Eastern start time too. I mean, everything's there. If Fox doesn't reach out to Disney and do the Hank Williams thing, get the rights to that, or the dun 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 dun, they do not have. I think this is a failure at this point by Fox, especially with leaning into all the other stuff. Have some fun with it. Get Marshawn Lynch to be the introductory person going into it, and just Monday Night Football it. AI some Howard Cosell, sitting there is like, we're talking about the U.S. national team led by Christian Pulisic, yada, yada. They take on the Belgians led by Kevin De Bruyne. Welcome to Monday night and all of that stuff with the music playing. That'd be fantastic.
Have the crest like CGI, like smash into each other. And blow up.
Yeah. Just I lean into it because you don't have this opportunity again, and Disney would for sure be happy with giving Disney a little bit of pub in the middle of a World Cup and what's going to be an NFL playoff level number that gets put up of people watching that, because the one that happened against Bosnia, the game that the U.S. was favored to win, had over 30 million viewers at one point. It was like more than the NBA finals
like
and all of it. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, exactly. Almost no change from this show.
None.
You know,
none
whatsoever.
No drop off whatsoever.
Yeah.
We're in 50 languages. Even Cote de Ivory knows what we're saying.
Yeah. I do think they should do. I know they won't do it, but they should do a Hank Williams Jr. Are you ready for some football? They should absolutely do that.
I love the idea.
They
Steve.
had Marshawn do the crotch grab, like dive to give the ball to the refs.
I love the idea, but this is also the network that tried to make Big Noon Kickoff and try to make noon some big thing in college football, and it hasn't caught on. It's been multiple years, and it's never going to catch on.
Yeah, because people don't want to watch games at 11 a.m. instead of prime time.
God made 11 a.m. kicks for sleepy Big Ten games on ESPN.
With Georgia, Indiana,
Maryland versus Rutgers on Peacock, 11 a.m. Let's go.
Maryland Northwestern. All right, let's go to the farmers market. We'll be back for the 2:30 kick.
Yeah. And then 2:30 on CBS will be Iowa versus Wisconsin.
That's right.
The biggest game in the biggest conference.
Yeah, Beth Mowens
crank up that weed eater.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll be done before the A&M game.
The breakfast tailgates at Kinnick Stadium are maybe one of the better experiences I've been to, though. Like, they're super fun games to go to at that time of the day.
Yeah, I mean, you getting some scrambled eggs, a little sausage. Yeah, I mean, I can see where it'd be a good thing.
Washing it down with some
eggs and eggs, man. Eggs and eggs.
Exactly. Drench it with some vodka or some Schlitz, and you're raring to go.
They were talking about
there's nothing like washing down a Krispy Kreme donut with a screwdriver.
My favorite story of this World Cup was that the Tartan Army, the Scottish fan group, went to Boston and drank the city dry. And them talking is like, hey, they did 3 times more drinking than St. Patrick's Day. That's an Irish city. I mean that's a pretty solid feat. Now, granted, these are B-listers. These are like the second tier of drinkers in the country. It's not like they went to Madison, Wisconsin and drank it dry. I don't know that they would do that, but that's still going to be very impressive that the Scottish were able to drink the Irish under the table.
Yeah.
But could they drink the Cajuns under the table?
Oh, and my favorite part in Boston is after the Scottish left, the English came up, and the club that the Scottish was in, the pub, they just closed down on game day so the English couldn't drink anything. And that was awesome. It's like Oliver Cromwell has entered the chat.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, what was that one bar they drank 68 kegs?
That was probably that Irish pub. I mean, the headquarters. It's like, it just drank them dry. Then they donated like $30,000 to some children's hospital in Boston and went back to Sky. It was like fantastic. They're awesome. Man. And then you get there and the English show up, and the first thing you start talking about is how the Scottish are shit. It's like,
the party's over.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All of their stuff is interesting. It's great to see, but it's still not as good as an SEC Saturday night. It's not. I think if there's an intermission to where you can pick the music and what's going on, the start of the second half or the hydration break in between the third and the fourth quarter or whatever, however you want to call it, I think that the Superman fanfare, the Krypton fanfare from Georgia needs to come in.
Oh, God, yeah. On one of the hydration breaks, you shut off all the lights and you hear a bang, and then everyone has their cell phone synchronized to oh, God.
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we need to see some of that and just take some of the best elements from around the country in college sports.
Or if the Spanish miss a free kick, you have the LSU band right there to do Chinese bandits. Like they just got a big stop on third down.
Well, that would be great, but I don't know if you would be able to replicate that because of what's going on. But I think the Krypton Fanfare can happen. You can teach whatever band's there at that particular moment to do it. I think the American Outlaws, whoever the fan group is, they just need to start working on having a marching band that travels somehow, somewhere.
They just study all the best traditions. And
hell, the Baltimore Colts had one for like 15 years after the team left.
Didn't the Redskins have one? I know I can't call them that anymore.
I think they still do.
The Ravens do, and so do the Commanders.
Yeah.
I don't know that they travel, but I mean, it's been a while since I've been to a Ravens game, but went with family years ago, and yeah, they had a band. It was a big brass band.
Yeah, they should do EAGLES. Do that at the games. That's an NFL thing. Tradition you can bring in. That would work.
Or however their city councilwoman or mayor spelled it that one time. What was it, like EAGGL or like EAGLLES?
What was the congressman that said the thing about Tim Tebow?
Oh, that was in Florida.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
What?
Go Gator.
Go Gator.
Coach Myers. Go Gator. Something like that. Yeah.
Fantastic. And then obviously you have the congressman that talked about they was worried about Guam tipping over.
I was about to say that one. That's the all-timer.
Yeah. It's like, oh my goodness.
What if it capsizes?
The education system has failed everybody in this situation.
I'm pretty sure that guy was the Georgia guy. Isn't that Hank Johnson or something?
Probably. Sounds about right. Herschel Walker.
when stuff like that happens, you just look at it as like, okay, not Mississippi. Move on about my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cross my fingers. I'm like, please not Georgia. Please not Tennessee. I have two states to worry about these days.
He's still in office, Hank Johnson.
Oh yeah, he is still a congressman. Yeah.
Jake, your boy Tuberville, he says some pretty wild stuff.
The future governor of Alabama.
Yeah, just don't start that. I mean, what are we doing?
War Eagle.
Yeah, good God.
Well, the problem is if he wins the governorship, would he have to move to Alabama?
Yeah. He claims to have a home in Alabama.
Well, my favorite part is like the discussions that he's going to talk about integrity and all that. And he literally walked out on a kid and a recruiting dinner.
Yeah.
To take the Cincinnati job.
Yep.
Just in the middle of it.
Places.
Yeah.
It's been pretty rough for him.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. He just disappeared. Too. I think he just said,
he just got up and left.
Just kind of dashed on the kid.
Just straight Irish goodbye.
Yeah, what's that gif when the guy's like doing like this and he just fades out?
Yeah.
I think he stuck him with the bill too. We have to double check that, but I think he stuck him with the bill.
Oh, God.
I'm sure.
That would be pretty fantastic.
Which I guess technically they had to though, right? Because they couldn't pay for it or whatever. I think it was NCAA rules, so maybe that doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah.
For the sake of the story, boss man.
Yeah, that makes him sound worse.
Yeah.
Stuck him with a bill. They didn't know it until they saw him on TV the next day. Going, yeah, I'm grateful to be taking my dream job with the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Your dream job.
Had the good old days where they had to pretend they weren't paying for everything.
Yeah.
True.
Listen, everybody knows how I feel about Ed Orgeron, but he did have a funny quote recently. He said, used to you had to take the cash in the back door. Now you can come in through the front door.
Yeah.
Don't have to slip on McDonald's bags anymore, which is nice.
Nope.
Jimmy Pruitt just a few years too early doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, Jeb, about that. I remember reading that, and when that whole thing happened with the McDonald's bags and everything, you know, a lot of people, I guess, who don't follow college football super deep like we do, it was like this revelation. It was like, oh my gosh, he was putting it in McDonald's bags to get around NCAA football. Man, real ones knew about the McDonald's bags for forever. Like, that was the way it was done, you know, like the bag.
Shock we heard it, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's, you know, Jeremy Pruitt, he was an old school guy, man. He knew exactly what to do.
Yeah. It's just, how did you get
back?
caught? Come on.
Exactly.
Back in the day, Ole Miss and Mississippi State was perennial Independence Bowl competitors, that level. And Mississippi State would like hide recruits out in a hotel for multiple days so that they could not be gotten to.
Golly.
Yeah. And that the recruiting stories for Ole
good.
Miss and Mississippi State are just amazing. Yeah. And it's the links that they would go to. I genuinely think that's the best rivalry in college football, and nobody knows because nobody knows what's going on there. I mean, back when Jackie Sherrill and Billy Brewer were the coaches at those two institutions, it was just craziness. It was ridiculousness. And doing shady stuff for players that you think might be good, but there's no guarantee that they actually will. I think that made that rivalry special.
Yeah.
Was it Sherrill who was literally working at a car dealership when he got his next job?
Yes, he was working at a car dealership, a used car salesman in Gulfport, Mississippi. Got hired for the Mississippi State job.
Okay,
that's wild.
He's a real life Lou Brown.
Yeah, I got a guy on the phone about some white walls. Can I give you a call back? Yeah, I'm telling you, the Jackie Sherrill, Billy Brewer thing, they walked so that Hugh Freeze and Dan Mullen could run.
Did Jackie Sherrill get a show cause? Is that why he was out? Because the A&M thing ended badly. They get the sanctions. He gets fired.
He didn't get a show cause. He was old to begin with.
Got it.
And Mississippi State had completely collapsed. Like his last game, Eli beat him. That was in 2003, beat him 31-0, and it wasn't that close on Mississippi State's field. And they were getting ready for some probation.
I remember this happened like around COVID time that he finally settled his lawsuit with the NCAA. It was like 15 years after he'd coached a game before it got resolved.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are A&M fans. Y'all know what went on.
Yeah.
Imagine that at Mississippi State when you didn't have the eyeballs that A&M has.
Right.
When you have more dark corners to get away with stuff, just picture how he would react. And that was the climate in the state of Mississippi in the late 90s and the early 2000s.
He was perfect for that then. I mean, he's in the Texas A&M Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was a darn good coach while he was there, at least winning games. You know, there was other stuff going on, but
he was until he got caught. Yeah. Wherever he went, he was a great coach until he got caught.
Yeah, right. I mean, he was at Mississippi State for 12 seasons. Pretty wild. I mean, the entire 90s.
He castrated a bull so he could show people how to make a steer, because they were playing Texas.
In the middle of the 80s.
That was the Aggies going to Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
That was like probably the best conference in the country then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Jackie Sherrill, he got into the verbal altercations with Billy Brewer really early when they got there. Because Billy owned State. He legitimately did. But Billy calling him a habitual liar. I think Ole Miss was on probation 3 times when Billy Brewer was there.
Habitual lies.
Yeah. And it was crazy. And then we got rid of Billy Brewer and brought in Tommy Tuberville. So I don't know.
Steve, was Brewer the one you said like he would be around when you were working there and he would like run stadium steps and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
His nickname was Dog, by the way. Way back before calling a person a dog was necessarily a good thing and everybody did it. But Billy Dog Brewer was his nickname, and he would do stadiums and all that, and I'd see him whenever I was filming practice, and he was around. He was a good dude. He was just a country guy that coached football. It's back when you had just football coaches, and it wasn't like the CEO thing that has been created.
Yeah.
Uncle Baby Billy Brewer.
Yeah. Great coach. It's fantastic. And he gets let go because Gerald Turner, who is now the president of SMU, decided basically to throw him under the bus and plead for the almighty NCAA to go easy on Ole Miss. And of course they hammered Ole Miss. It was like other than the death penalty, it was the second highest penalties that was ever hung out. It's like a loss of 15 or 16 scholarships per year, no money on TV, no bowl game for 2 years or 3 years. It's ridiculous. But you had Joe Lee Dunn. So he came in for the 94 season as interim coach, and it was a disaster. But Joe Lee Dunn was like Ole Miss had the number one defense in the country in 1993. I mean, they were massively good, and then he goes down to Mississippi State from Ole Miss because of how that went down, and that was all an ordeal. But I will say this: the one thing that Tommy Tuberville was able to do, he got a group of people that really cared about Ole Miss to the point where they were just in. Like Walker Jones was a linebacker for Tommy Tuberville. Now he's the head of the Grove Collective. That era is like a major part of what Ole Miss got to right now because of those people that got brought in by Tommy Tuberville.
For all of his faults, Tommy, and we kind of saw this at Cincinnati too, and Tech to a lesser extent, he did know how to modernize and stay with the times better than most. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I will say this, and the thing that I enjoyed was the 2003 season when everybody thought they were going to be the number one team, and they ended up losing like 4 games. Now, the next year they went undefeated. They got it right. But in 2003, they dropped like 4 games, and they weren't supposed to do that because that was Ronnie Brown and Cadillac and Jason Campbell and all those guys. I mean, they were good. And Ben Obumanu, who is my favorite wide receiver that played at Auburn of all time, mainly because he dropped a wide open touchdown pass that would have beaten Ole Miss that year.
Oh, I got a funny story about that. So my friend went to Auburn and had a class with Ben Obumanu. And the day after that happened, the front page of the newspaper in Auburn was how the West was lost. And it was Obumanu like on his knees, like in the end zone like that. Like, looked like looking up. And the teacher, the professor or whatever, brought the newspaper in, and she knew nothing about football or anything. Like she just saw that Ben Obumanu was on the front page, and she brought it to him, and he was gracious. Like he didn't like get mad at her, but like it was one of those like everyone in the class was like, "You got it." Like,
oh wow,
do that.
Listen, headlines in Auburn have never been a good thing. I think it was in 2013 maybe, or 2014 actually. Laquan Treadwell was going into the end zone and ended up breaking his leg due to a horse collar tackle that was not basically called of what was going on. The next day, the Auburn Opelika newspaper put that picture on the front page, and it just said "Finding a Way."
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and
there are things that are good. There are things that are not good. That would qualify as not good.
Yeah, finding a way, and the kid shattered his leg due to it wasn't a horse collar tackle, but it was the same thing happening. You weren't grabbing from the shoulder pads; you just had the jersey up high and pulled him back. Yeah, they found a way.
You think that professor asked him for an autograph on the paper, Corey?
Probably.
I saw you were in the paper. Can you?
Oh my gosh!
Hey Ben, this is great. You're in the paper.
Worst moment of your life.
Meanwhile, he's
because he did just drop that football. I mean, it was a touch. He was wide open.
I remember watching,
and it was like a punt return that it just went straight through his arms. Oh,
yeah. It wasn't some like missile pass where there was a defender all over it. I mean, it was one of those where you drop, you're just like, how do you drop that?
It's kind of like there was one in 2016 when, or maybe it's 2017, the Aggies, it was the final nail in the coffin for Kevin Sumlin. That 44-10 game they lost. 44-10 at halftime, A&M's winning. They lose 45-44. Final drive for UCLA. I think it was Capers, maybe Dominic Capers, who was a safety at the time. I have to go back and look exactly who it was, but has the game-winning interception. A&M's going to survive in his hands, and it slips right through and goes to the wide receiver behind him for a touchdown, the game-winning touchdown. And
I know
that was the picture. The next day, the picture was the ball going through his hands and the UCLA kid catching it.
Oh, my gosh.
That game got Josh Rosen overdrafted significantly.
Yeah. We got him the next year.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor Knight.
The prayer at Jordan-Hare is the same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two Georgia players just collided.
What's the? I mean, we got an Ole Miss one too with the Alabama Ole Miss. Was it the second time?
Chad, Quincy Adebayo, Chad Kelly, the Quincy
Adebayo.
Yeah.
Swag Kelly.
And he just basically dropped back and he was in trouble. And he's like, Laquan's down there somewhere. And just threw it up.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I was at that game.
Sports Illustrated the next day. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was crazy. Dude, I was coaching in a game and something similar, boss man, happened with us. We had the game sealed. I mean, the pick hit him right here. I mean, it was like seriously right here. And it went through his hands, bounced off his chest. It would have been a pick six. Bounced off his chest. They ended up scoring on the next play. And this is a team that we haven't beaten since I'd been there, and probably longer than that. And we had them on the ropes. We had them beat. Like, that was the game sealer.
I was on the other end of one of those. It was less than a minute left, and we were not much of a throwing team, but we were on like our own 35 or so. Our receiver runs a post. The ball just gets lobbed up there. The safety it goes through his hands, bounces off his helmet. Our receiver's behind him, catches it, goes in the end zone for a touchdown. We won by 5.
They call that a Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest fluke play ever is probably the kick six, but in 83 there was the wind blown back field goal. It was a 27-yard field goal, and Mississippi State had an all SEC kicker, and they kicked it. It was going right down the middle, and a gust of wind came, stopped it, and blew it backwards. It's one of those things that ever since that moment, that was my second game as an Ole Miss fan to attend live. So I got to see that. It's the only field goal in the world that both sides cheered.
Got blown backwards.
Yeah.
Look up immaculate deflection.
I remember one of my I played my junior year, but I went on the field, of course, because I was a bench warmer. But one of our guys, recovered a fumble, had a 20 yards on a guy, and fumbled it. And the guy that was chasing him down recovered the fumble, and that was an embarrassing moment for us. I was like, man, that's just.
Awesome. Jake, I've got one of those. It happened to me.
Oh gosh,
it was me. Mm-hmm. I called a pass. I'm on. We're on the road. I'm on their logo, and Jason Witten did this similar play at some point. Like, he caught the ball and somehow stripped himself of the football. That happened to me. I couldn't and I didn't know it until I watched film because I had a concussion. I didn't remember the game, but I watched film the next day. I was like, oh. So I caught it, and apparently I was trying to tuck it, and I just couldn't get it tucked or whatever, and it just bobbed right out of my hands. This was like the third quarter. We ended up losing the game in double overtime.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right on. Nobody around me. Even, I'm on the 50-yard line. I probably get 20 more yards minimum. and I just stripped myself.
Oh my gosh.
It's a game
My
of
friends
inches,
still
man.
remind
I
me
just
to this
did.
day.
Steve, I just watched the Immaculate.
I just watched that
Deflection on
Immaculate.
I did too.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. I just watched
It's
that.
just
Unreal.
like a
The ball just
cartoon.
goes straight up in the air.
I was at that game, and when the ball got kicked, I was on the
'Cause it was
ground
on
next to,
target.
next to my dad. I was 6 or 7 years old, and as soon as the wind blew it back, he grabbed me and threw me up in the air, and somehow caught me on the way down.
He said, "Don't worry, the wind will blow you back. I've seen it."
Yeah. But it's crazy. Anybody that's watching this is
Was that game in
nuts.
Starkville, Steve, or where?
No, that was in Jackson. They used to do
Okay.
the thing where Alabama and Auburn used to play in Birmingham.
Legion
Ole Miss
Field,
State
yeah.
used to always play in Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
That is wild.
Unreal.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is
Crazy.
the wildest thing I've ever seen on a football field. Maybe, like I said, I put the kick six up there, but this might even be more than the kick six just because it's so weird. It's more like the band being on the field.
Yeah. That was a crazy moment.
I think
the
my most
A&M
bizarre thing I ever saw was Nick Harbor and his state trooper squaring up with each other last year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I seen that. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
That
Yeah.
Immaculate
Yeah.
Deflection is even more. That's
The
even more God related than because Tennessee always talks about the the thumb of God or whatever it is. You know, where Arkansas fumbled the ball so we could win. And it ended up leading us to go to the national championship. But I mean, that was the Arkansas guy messing up. This is just God just said, "Nah,
Yeah.
we're doing this today."
yeah, we gotta watch this. This is
Yeah,
unreal.
just
This is wild.
There was nothing the players could have done.
Who got the old flag? I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, whole flag,
It's a 27-yard field goal.
Yeah.
and it's on target, and it just stops.
Yeah, it just dies right there.
It
I mean, that thing would go over the net.
Yeah, I mean that was
Yeah,
an
maybe
all.
kicked it too high. 'Cause,
That
That
was
was
an all.
good from 72.
Yeah.
Quite
when I-
literally an act of God.
When you described it, Steve, I'm assuming this is going to be like a low, like kind of line drivey, like something tumbling, not a 50 yards in the air that just dead stops and
Yeah.
falls down.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I think-
ridiculous. And right before that play, 27-yard kick, Ole Miss called a timeout, and the wind was not like that. It wasn't even an option. It was just kind of an icing the kicker type situation in case something weird happens. And then there's just a big wind gust of about 80 miles an hour at one time. And it's amazing.
That's like when against Mississippi State several years ago when I forgot who it was, but one of the Ole Miss guys like peed on after a touchdown and then they missed a field goal assuming because of the my
That was Elijah
gosh.
Moore.
I never,
That was Elijah Moore, and we call that the piss and the miss.
Yes, I was like I felt sorry for that kicker for you guys though. That just heartbreaking. Wasn't his fault.
Hey, but
Miss.
that right there
Mm-hmm.
led to the changeover that happened that put Ole Miss in a situation where they're doing what they're doing right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of that
I'll take
happens.
that any day of the week.
Yeah. It's
Right.
like, Elijah Moore, he should have a statue in Oxford right now for doing that. They should do like the dog piss thing.
Yeah.
Which by the way, that was the second time that has happened because the first person that did it was DK Metcalf.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
DK
wow.
Metcalf doing it. It wasn't that big a deal, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
Well,
fire
it's
hydrant
because
did you
Ole Miss
call?
won that game. Yeah.
You're right.
all right.
When that game is toxic, it's one of the most beautiful things in all of sports.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. When it's not, it's just another route. But that game has so much hatred because it's legit hatred. Ole Miss and Mississippi State fans hate each other. Ole Miss and Mississippi State players hate each other. And because of that, whenever it gets toxic, man.
It gets
You- you
weird
get-
too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you get some weird stuff. And like Ole Miss got put on probation for the Hugh Freeze stuff for paying Leo Lewis $10,000. At the same time, Mississippi State admitted they paid Leo Lewis $10,000, but they had immunity. That is the type of back and forth that is coming in that rival. The problem is right now, and I hate this, Mississippi State's whole identity is on not being the money school like Ole Miss is. And in the age of NIL, doing that is the reason you are where you are right now.
Yeah,
to the point where
it
it's
don't
like,
work anymore.
Yeah, if you're not the money school and that's your identity, you're going to have a problem when trying to compete with the money school.
Yeah.
And that's the reason Ole Miss and LSU are going back and forth now. And Mississippi State used to be just a chippy little rival back in the day.
Hey, you can be a farm school and have a lot of money. I might know some
in
team
Texas. Yeah, in Texas.
Yeah.
That's a little different.
Yeah, if you have oil on your farm.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Your crop is black gold.
Money.
Yeah, Mississippi State has Sanderson Farms and Mossy Oak, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's true. Yep, a little different.
Yeah.
2 minutes, Corey.
Ole Miss has lawyers that took down the tobacco industry.
There you go. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, now I hate you guys even more.
All right. So we
take out.
We got 2 minutes.
Yep. Have Jake spit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Put our beach nut on the ground.
Yeah.
Time to end.
We're going to
badmouth Brennan Starsby. Today's episode brought to you by FanDuel.
Brought to you by Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Copenhagen and Beach Nut and Red Man.
And Skull.
And Virginia Slims.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just in time for rush week.
It's the good stuff, Dad. None of that pussy skull.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
No, man.
Dear Tay.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's somebody. I'm not going to mention his name and everything, but in my comments, there's like, you gotta quit bringing Timu Joe Dirt on. and ever since, that's lived rent free in me. Ever since then, it's like
that's funny.
Bubby's Biscuits.
Hank Hammer told me his laptop died. So
I was wondering what happened to him.
I thought we got an Irish goodbye.
No,
we kind of did.
I was late and he Irish goodbye, man. Biscuits SEC.
Yeah.
Represent, baby, represent.
There you go.
All right. Well, we are SEC After Dark, speaking of which, and that is the aforementioned Biscuits in SEC. Boss man.
1 month, boys. 1 month.
1 month. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Hammer showed up on
Practice
time.
report this month.
Yeah.
In this calendar month, they're going to report and start fall camp.
Yes.
Can't wait, baby. We're doing a deep dive right now over on Biscuits SEC Live. So every Wednesday, we're gonna up until mid-August, we're doing our biscuit index ratings for every team. So far we've done Auburn, Georgia, Florida, and Kentucky. And next week, I know we have Alabama, and I forget who else we have. Maybe Missouri.
Do you call them beer ratings?
Beer ratings? No.
Beer ratings? No.
No, it's biscuit ratings or biscuit index, and we give them a biscuit rating out of 12. So
I would just say
Georgia's got 12 out of 12 biscuits right now, right?
Yeah, Georgia's got 12.
Auburn got 3.
Yeah, Auburn got 3. So
sounds about right.
Florida got 6.
Oh,
Vanderbilt got pie. Oh.
And Kentucky, I think I can't remember where Kentucky
was 5.
Yeah, 5.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah.
5 biscuits. What's your favorite jam, boss man? What's your favorite flavor of jam?
Favorite jam band? Grateful Dead. Favorite jam? There's this jalapeno like strawberry jam you can get nowadays. Go to the store, you can find it. It's this Tabasco. We were talking about
I'm ready for it.
It tastes great. It's gonna make you sick, but it tastes great.
Can I get the pouches?
It's this Tabasco pepper jelly that you can get at the store. So if you're check it out, Tabasco pepper jelly, that's the good stuff.
I got some jalapeno it's called blackberry jalapeno jam in the refrigerator right now. It's good.
There we go.
Some of our students in my school made a pineapple mango jalapeno jam.
Oh,
that might be
I
my
haven't
favorite.
tried it yet.
No.
They haven't got my sample yet, but when I try it, I'll report back.
Sounds good.
Ole Miss today got a baseball transfer from Clemson, which is pretty hilarious.
Oh,
The fact that they just
History
keep getting
class, man.
transfers from Clemson is hilarious.
That's it.
oh man.
That's the
Oh,
good
look
stuff.
at that.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
Get it at your local store. It's not $31, so
Yeah.
it's like 30.
Since I'm not getting spicy vegetables anymore, I'll switch to that.
I think that was a dozen pack that was $31.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I thought it was maybe just get it delivered. Like I need it so bad, just deliver it to me right now. It's $31.
Shipped direct from them. Yeah.
5 ounces pepper jelly.
Corey, do we need to send Elon Musk one of his rockets up to get you from the ISS? Yeah, be out there for a while.
Yeah, I'm be up there for a while.
Okay.
You about to do the Joe Rogan podcast? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
You caught me.
Yeah.
Actually, Corey is going to meet up with the Green Goblin and the Sandman, and
Yeah.
they're going to try and figure out a way to take down the bug, Spider-Man.
We're gonna squash Spider. Squash
Yeah.
Spider.
Yeah.
It's going down.
All right, Lex Luthor, take us out.
Yeah.
We got Jeff Beecham here. He's just a guy in
Mhm.
Central Florida. We got Jake Thomas, your double shot of Alabama. Tide Talk live with Stacey Blackwood and Bama After Dark.
And we just went through the entire depth chart, so go check us out. It's a fun show. So
Nice.
Ooh, Navy
And then you got
Seals.
Mike Huseman, off-season After Dark, CFB in 3, a regular contributor to the Locked On Ole Miss Everydayer Club, and a regular contributor on Locked On Vandy. So he's everywhere. Then you got Stephen Willis, the most watched Locked On, actually the most watched Ole Miss podcast, representing Locked On Ole Miss. He is
by
I
a
think he's
decent
like-
amount.
I
yeah.
think he's like quadrupling the market at this point. Him
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna say by this
Pitbull are
point.
competing
There you
for
go.
streams now at this point.
Mhm.
17 billion. But
Yeah, we're lapping. We're lapping, folks.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
he's got it going on down there.
Naturally.
So, and I'm Corey Burton, Locked On Vandy, coming to you from wherever all the places y'all just said. Sweating my balls off here in Naples by the pool. Look,
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Catch
Should've
Corey in
jumped
the
in.
Daily Bugle.
Yeah.
that's me, Daily Bugle, right? I think I've sweat like 5 pounds. This shirt is completely soaked, by the way. In case
You should have jumped in live on camera, Corey.
That's
Live
right.
on the show.
Just
You
do it
should
from
have
the
jumped in.
pool.
In
Yeah.
stream as you cannonball.
Yeah.
Don't give him any ideas because he's been known to stop streams for no reason.
Oh, that's true.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I've never done that before. We didn't talk about. Anyway, we'll see you back here next week. As always, go Dogs. Anchor down.
Hotty
Okay.
toddy.
Roll Tide.
Spurs up.
Go Balls.
In stream.